Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 310 of your favourite Formula 1 show. Yes, knowing we are returns, we're finally back after a small hiatus over the last couple of weeks. But of course it is race week, we're back for the Dutch Grand Prix, and as always, I'm joined by Jamie183. How are we doing, sir?
Doing well. Summer break is actually, I don't know, it feels like it's gone by pretty quickly since the last Grand Prix. So maybe it's because it's still mid-August and we're racing at Zandvoort. I don't know why that's happened, but
we did end up leaving a week early as well, didn't we?
I guess, yeah. Maybe it's just I've been busy, I suppose, possibly.
Life
But
gets in
you've
the
been
way
busier.
for Jamie183.
Yeah, you thought you'd spend your time getting married. I mean, that's a bit mad, but fair play.
Fair play, is that what you're going with?
I said congratulations last time, so I can't say
Yeah, I was
that
going to
again.
say, we've already... Yeah, my wedding now in Knowing Wheel is old news officially, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got plenty of Formula 1 to talk about. And yeah, like we said, obviously, just over the summer break, it feels like this year more than ever before. Again, I don't intend on getting married again, luckily. But it felt like we just couldn't really line stuff up, could we, particularly well. You obviously
No.
have bits and pieces going on. I've had bits and pieces going on, so...
I wouldn't call your wedding a bit or a piece, but...
Well, no, exactly. But I also went away and things like that as well. So it's all good fun. But Knowing Wheel, hopefully now, is back for good. We're going to be back, obviously, trying to smash out the episodes between now and the end of the year. So if you're not already, please make sure you drop a follow. It really does help us out. Biggest news, though, before we get too much into the show, because I've been getting quite a few questions about it on my own personal socials. Jamie183 is in charge of our FPL this year.
Yes. Fantasy Premier League is... Well, the Premier League is back. FPL is obviously a game you can play along with it. About a minute before the podcast, Matt decided that we should do an FPL league.
I didn't decide. You decided we should do an FPL league.
Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. And then I can say the code in about a minute's time, but it's not made yet. So, Matt, carry on talking about something else.
Are you going to
join, Matt?
I'll join. I won't do anything with it, but I will join.
Who's your pick for the FPL, for the Pro Premier League title this year?
I think a Burnley in the Premier League.
No.
No, it won't be Burnley then.
Could be Hull.
Will it be Hull City? Well, they weren't they like everybody was predicting they'd get relegated from? Is it the Championship?
From the Championship.
That's the second division. Yeah. We said literally a minute ago we've got plenty of F1 to talk about, and now you're trying to get me to talk about football. So I'm going to be really boring. I reckon City will win. Oh no, because City have lost Pep, haven't they?
They have.
I
You know your stuff about football these days.
Clearly, I accidentally do. I pick up enough through random waffle from others.
The code is everyone needs to listen very carefully because I'll say the code once now, and then once at the end of the show.
And I'll make sure I pop it in I'll pop a link in the description.
The code is B9HTFE.
Yeah, any of those caps?
Doesn't matter. They're all lowercase.
Okay,
that's
fine.
B9HTFE. Get in the league, and I'll smash you all.
You could be one of those old like TV presenters back when when it was like, use this code. Remember to use this code.
Yeah, if anyone wants to sponsor us, I'll do a great ad read. So
yeah, Jamie will do some great ad reads for you, which would be absolutely incredible. Let's actually talk about some F1 though, Jamie. It's a sprint weekend back at Zandvoort. Bit of a rogue track to pick for a sprint weekend, but it is the last Dutch Grand Prix, at least for the foreseeable future. Now, I'm not going to mention my links here, but I've been talking to a couple of people actually that live across in the Netherlands recently. Apparently, Assen is genuinely looking quite legitimate as a future replacement. It'll be a few years away, but apparently Assen is very, very eager to take over the Dutch Grand Prix. Now, it's a great motorbike track at the moment. I'm sure you know nothing about it.
I just had to Google it, but yeah.
Is it a shame that Zandvoort's going? I'm not sure. It's not a great track, is it?
I've been to Zandvoort not for the race, just when we were there. And
have you?
Yeah, I was like 14 or something.
Oh, okay. This was before we knew each other.
It was before we knew each other. It was before it was even a racetrack, but obviously it was a track in the 80s. So.
And it'd been a racetrack anyway, still for smaller competition.
Yeah. The problem with F1 there is it isn't very good for F1 at all, unless it rains. So I like the fact it's an old traditional circuit. I won there on league racing once. That was quite fun. But it's just not a good track for the size of cars we have these days. So it should be quite good for these regs, though, genuinely. So we'll see.
If we've
what
learned
happens.
anything about this generation of regs so far, it's that bad tracks are suddenly good, aka
Yeah.
Miami.
Miami, Hungary, Monaco, yeah.
We'll wait and
Zandvoort.
see. We'll wait and see.
Yeah. But I don't know anything about Assen, but isn't it a bit small?
Assen
Zandvoort's
is
quite
also
small.
quite. It's a lot faster than Zandvoort, but I wouldn't have thought it's any wider at the moment. Like I said, it's a great motorbike venue. But apparently they are willing to make a lot of updates and changes to be F1 worthy. Probably in the process, then will ruin it as a motorbike track, which would be a huge, huge shame, but very likely to happen, I fear.
Well, the FIA have a lot more money than whoever run MotoGP, don't they? So
What, Liberty?
yeah.
They're owned by
Wait,
the
Liberty
same
own
company.
MotoGP?
Liberty bought out MotoGP a couple of years ago.
Ah, fair play. Maybe they don't then. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I don't think it will happen. Obviously, they're all hyping up Verstappen and Zandvoort generally as being the last Dutch Grand Prix for quite a while. So, yeah, it could be one that rotates. Assen, that is. I don't think Zandvoort will come back at all, to be honest. I think they're out of money, despite having such a big pool of fans that want to come, and it's literally on a beach in the middle of summer. So it seems like a really great time for a race. But apparently,
Do you remember the original Dutch Grand Prix was meant to be the first? Obviously, when it came back in 2020, thanks to COVID, it was meant to be the first race of the European leg. It was meant to be like round 4 of the season.
May, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because on
That
F1
would've been
2020 that
cold.
year, when we did co-op, it was like round 5 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was going to be really cold, but instead, obviously, it got bumped back to after the summer break. I mean, this is the other thing, though, as well, isn't it? Of course, generally speaking, I think because obviously of Formula One's explosion in popularity as well, and I've spoken actually to quite. I know I raced with a guy at Nerd24 who was Dutch, and he was obviously saying that he was a big Formula One fan before Max came in, and he said obviously the influx of Dutch Max fans was awful for the sport there, because you just had so many just completely just toxic Max or nothing kind of mentality.
But it was good for getting numbers. Like all the European circuits, so Austria and even France to an extent back in the day, like
Belgium
all of
as
these
well was a
circuits,
big one.
Yeah, Belgium
Yeah.
was a huge Dutch fan circuit.
Yeah.
But then the problem with that was as soon as there was it 2017 when Max had a DNF at Belgium early on, and then
Lap
the
1,
whole
wasn't it?
stands. No, it wasn't like it was a mechanical. He was running.
Oh no,
second, I
which
think.
I'm thinking of the one where he crashed. He had a suspension failure, didn't he? So binned it
Into
over.
Raikkonen.
Yeah.
That was 19, I think.
Was that 19? Was it? Wow, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, when he retired, everyone left, and it's like, well, that's not a great look for the sport, is it?
No, exactly. And I think, again, it's kind of that. Zandvoort's quite a small track. Like you said, there is some space to obviously put people in on the beach, but I don't think I don't know what. I'm going to have a look what the attendance figures were like, because I don't think you could actually get that many people in.
No, you definitely couldn't get half a
not
mil
like
like
a-
you can at Silverstone.
Yeah, say Silverstone's mad for it. So yeah, Silverstone I think just over 500,000 people. Zandvoort only got 300,000 in still is an impressive figure.
That is quite a
but-
lot. That'll be whole weekend attendance, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole weekend attendance. Yeah, they all are now. But yeah, it's just a bit of a. I think kind of. If 300,000 people, even 10 years ago, would have been absolutely mad for a Grand Prix, and now
Yeah.
it just isn't. Unless, of course, you're bankrolled by Middle Eastern money, because otherwise you end up with 30,000
Well, the
people
money doesn't
there.
matter then, does it? Or the
Well, no,
attendance doesn't
exactly.
matter.
Exactly.
But there you go. There you go. I'm not that sad about Zandvoort going. I think it's one of those circuits that if it was staying, I'd be like, okay, cool, we've got a Dutch Grand Prix. If it was gone, it's like, whatever. A bit like Barcelona, really.
Barcelona's been around a long time, though, hasn't it? On the other side
But
of
it's a
things.
testing track, isn't it? So-
It is also. It's better now with the removal of the final chicane. I do prefer it as a
Yeah.
circuit now. It's been opened up a little bit more. But yeah, I think again we kind of talk about it, don't we? It hasn't really had. The one good race it had was because of some of the like rarest weather conditions we could ever hope for in the sport. It rained and dried up and rained and dried up right at the start of a GP.
Joe Guan Yu was running second for a while in that race.
Yeah, and what happened to him?
He crashed out.
He stacked it, didn't he?
Yep. Turn one later on the aquaplane. I don't really blame him for that.
To be fair,
So-
it was only him. Was it him and Bottas were like the
Bottas.
only two to aquaplane,
Yeah.
though, wasn't it? Down at turn one.
Yeah.
Incredible scenes.
But
Incredible
that was a good
scenes.
race. In
We
2023.
we have actually got quite a few other bits and pieces to go through, JB, because it have been a couple of weeks off. First of all, the big headline news, which I'm sure we are going to get knowing wheeled over this, because it's just what happens to us. Isack Hadjar might be out of the Dutch Grand Prix. We're recording this on Wednesday morning, so he might be out, he might not. We don't really know just yet, but apparently he's hurt his wrist.
Yeah, and it looks quite credible as we stand this morning. So it would be a bit surprising if it's a complete hoax. The only thing that might be the case is the injury is actually fine for the race, because obviously, well, I guess media day's tomorrow, isn't it, to record this? So he's got 2 days until he has to drive if it heals by then. But yeah, apparently a wrist injury. He got it in the gym, supposedly. Yeah, it looks like if Hadjar is out, they are going to put in Liam Lawson into the Red Bull, and Yuki Tsunoda is going to make a grand return to VCARB with Arvid Lindblad next to him. And those decisions, both of them, surprised me a little bit, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you raised a great point pre-show, didn't you, to me?
Did I? I raised many great points, so you'll have to remind me what I said.
Which exact one of all those great points? Yeah, Solov. Why are Solov's won, 6 F2 races this year? Red Bull apparently want to get him in for next year, but might struggle because they've got 4 good drivers at the moment. Surely this is the opportunity to put Solov in.
Yeah, and I don't think they are going to struggle, because the reports back a few months ago was that Solov has already got the seat for 2027 at VCARB, and Liam Lawson's going to be the one that's out the window. So, which obviously seems harsh, because Lawson's currently better than the rest in the World Championship. But that's the way VCARB works. It's not a team for the 25-year-olds. So,
except that it has become a team for more 25-year-olds more recently. Ever since Brendan Hartley came in.
Well, possibly, but I think next year it's likely to be Lindblad and Solov in that team. So why not put him in now? I really don't get this Tsunoda. I guess he is technically their reserve driver, isn't he? But it can't be that hard to get Solov in if they really wanted it.
Well, Solov has no F2 running either this weekend. F2's not racing here this year, so neither's F3 actually, which is a bit of a shame. I don't know if Formula Academy is, but I think we're just basically getting F1 and Porsche Super Cup. But yeah, there's gotta be a valid reason why they're not doing this, but it still seems a bit weird.
There are 2 reasons. I think the first one is they obviously quite like Liam Lawson at this point. I think they might be putting him in a shop window a little bit to give him a chance of a great race in the Red Bull, so that he could potentially go and find a drive for next year.
Because I think
and the other
when
thing
you look at the grid, I'd say, again, that VCARB is clearly at the moment best of the rest. And I would be, again, like we said quite a bit last year, if you put Max in the VCARB, what could he do? But
well, the other thing is, at the start of the year, we ranked the quality of the lineups, didn't we? We ranked who's got the best lineup.
Yeah.
I think both of us had VCARB bottom.
We didn't have, they certainly were right towards the bottom, weren't they?
So the fact that they are performing, they're obviously both operating at a good level, but I do think the car has some really high ceiling.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
We've just got 2, obviously a rookie, and then Lawson, who's kind of a known quantity for being a little bit mid. So, yeah, I don't know.
I still feel like Lawson's run again. I kind of spoke about this a lot with Hadjar, didn't I, last year when we weren't sure if he was going to get Red Bull call up. It would be I don't feel like he's the worst driver on the grid, or even bottom 4 or 5 drivers that deserves to go either.
Yeah, but F1 doesn't work on deserving, does it?
No.
If you're not a world beater, you're gone. Like, generally, that's how it works.
Or your Lance Stroll.
Possibly. But, yeah, and I don't really get the Tsunoda return over Solov at all.
No, because Tsunoda is
maybe they're just trying to protect Solov from getting thrown at the deep end, but then that's classic Red Bull. I feel like with Christian Horner and Helmut Marko, they'd have Solov.
Oh yeah,
and Lindblad at Red Bull probably for this race if Hadjar's injured. So yeah.
It's just a very, very strange one, isn't it? I mean, we'll wait and see, because of course we still don't know for sure. It's not been confirmed whether Hadjar's not going to be racing. We'll say all this now, and then it'll be confirmed.
What would you do
on.
if Hadjar was injured? What drivers would you have where this weekend?
Well, I think again you've kind of hit the nail on the head, haven't you? You put Lawson up because he's got admittedly very little but some experience with Red Bull, and you don't really want to do that with Lindblad at the moment. and then surely you bring Solov in. I guess the only other thing is maybe Red Bull are now maybe slightly nervous that maybe Solov's not as good as they might think he is, because I've got a lot of hate from Bulgarians more recently on social media because I said something about this. He's clearly got a very good engine in that F2 car as well. And I think teams now more and more are starting to become aware of this. Like, Antonelli, if you look at his F2 resume, shouldn't have made F1. And 2 years later, he's leading the Formula 1 World Championship.
Last year.
Yeah, exactly. It's so... F2 is such a bad barometer anymore. I wonder if Red Bull are actually slightly nervous that they might put Solov in, he might not do that well, ruin his F2 campaign as well if he did, if he got injured or something like that, and then don't actually want him in an F1 seat either. That's the only thing I can think of.
He is 19, to be fair, and I feel like he's doing quite well, to say.
Oh, he is doing very well, but this is the problem with F2 now, is he didn't do that well in F3. You're kind of there going, is this just F2 being F2?
He came second.
Yeah, in his third year.
Oh, it's his third year, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. It could just be F2 being F2, but...
What I'd actually do, Jamie, if it was me, I'd put Lawson up to... Actually, no, what I'd do is I'd put Fornaroli straight into the Red Bull. That's what I'd do.
I think if I was in charge of the Red Bull Driver Academy and I wanted to just learn more about my drivers, I'd probably put Lindblad in at Red Bull for a race.
Yeah, tell him to go out and have a bit of fun.
Against Solov, I think.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea. Not a bad idea as well. Speaking of Red Bull, Jamie, apparently over the summer break, now I haven't seen many articles about this, but I have seen a few rumours as well. Obviously, what was talked about a lot early on this year was the fact that Honda basically lost all of their engine staff, the Red Bull, obviously when they kind of went through that weird transition a few years ago. Apparently, Honda have paid out a lot of money to get quite a few of them back.
Interesting. Because those Honda engineers at Red Bull absolutely smashed it. Because... according to whatever that stupid metric
Aduo,
the Red Bull engine is the fastest, which I don't back.
The Red Bull ICE
is
apparently the most powerful.
Yeah, the ICE is the most powerful, which it could well be. But even if it is, second out of the five engines on the grid, that's still very impressive for a brand new first year in F1 engine supplier. So, yeah, they clearly have done a good job. So if all of them have gone back to Honda, because obviously Honda are in a right mess at the moment, that's probably quite good news for Adrian Newey's Aston Martin.
Well, let's be fair. If you give Honda enough time, they will build a good F1 engine. They've clearly proven on time and time again that maybe they don't start out great.
They just go through a cycle of join F1, be awful, everyone hates them, wait 5 to 10 years, win a championship and quit. That's basically what they do. Yeah, they basically decide they're going to quit as they get very competitive, don't they? Yeah. It's basically the Honda way at this point, which is a bit of a shame. But, I mean, again, obviously Aston Martin, one of the big talking points, apparently they've had to delay a few of their engine upgrades now until after Zandvoort, because apparently they're not fully confident in them just yet. So Aston Martin at the moment have got, 1 point on the board. Do we want to have a little extra prediction by the end of the year, Jamie? Who can get closer to how many points Aston Martin will have by the end of the year? Do we fancy doing this? So they're currently on 1. They're currently on 1. Let me grab our spreadsheet from the start of the year. They were a lot better at Hungary than they had been before. I think Alonso came 12th, didn't he? I think 12th. No, didn't Stroll beat him in the end? Oh, did he? I don't remember that. Sorry, I'm just filling in our spreadsheet. Hungarian Grand Prix. This is great podcasting. Neither of us are talking now. Yeah, I know. I'm doing some online research. You're doing some online research. 13th and 14th. There you go. Did Stroll beat Fernando? Stroll did beat Alonso in the end. That's quite funny. What a driver. That is quite funny. So, I've got it on our spreadsheet now, Jamie. Are we going to say whoever gets closest gets an extra couple of points on our predictions? Sure. The predictions league is just made up at this point. I will say... So, for reference, Williams have got 11 points in the first half of the season. Which is actually quite staggering, considering how much everybody wants James Vowles' head. Yeah. Audi are on 12, but they should probably have more. And hopefully we'll get more in the second half of the year. Are we saying what total they'll end up on just for ease? So we don't, yeah. So whoever gets closest to their end of season championship. I'll say they finish on 18 points.
Interesting. And
That
way
feels like
more
quite a lot.
optimistic than I was going to be.
But they're definitely like ahead of Williams now. It felt like from the last.
Yeah, but
race
Williams
anyway.
are meant to be bringing a major upgrade to Baku.
And Sainz just always ends up on the podium in Baku. So
Also,
don't see
I
that
don't
happening
think
this
that's going to happen this year, but I'm happy for you to lock that in as a very early prediction if you want to.
year. No, I don't think I will. But
Okay, fair enough.
how many
Fair
points did Williams get up on? Not Williams, Aston Martin.
Well,
That's the one.
you've gone 18, so I'll just put that on the sheet. I was going to
If
go.
you just go 17, you're a rat.
Oh, I could go 19 instead. I was
I'll
honestly going to
happily
go
take-
way lower. I was going to say like 5 or something like
Really?
that by the
They
end
got
of the year.
one in the terrible Aston Martin.
Yeah. I'm going to say. They could get like 8 places here and there, couldn't they? But then again, they've got to be trying to beat out some of the big teams to score that. I'm not gonna be a rat or anything like that. I'm gonna say 12 points. So
Nice.
higher or lower than 15.
Okay, cool.
That's
I think
what
they
we're
will
aiming
beat
for.
Williams, but they won't beat Audi. That would be my prediction.
No, you're just an Audi fan.
I am. Yeah.
And actually, to be fair, I did a video about this pre-summer break talking about Hulkenberg. I mentioned it in a F1 career mode video how Hulkenberg hadn't scored a point yet, and I reckon he's going to score in Hungary, and got it bob on. So I'm
There you
happy
go.
with that.
Yeah, the floodgates will open now. So
They certainly will. Hulkenberg's ready to cook.
Only took 11
Cadillac have got rid of their team principal.
they have Graham Loden, which I don't know. It was a little bit surprising because Loden's been there since like the dawn of Cadillac, basically.
But
Because,
he was the dawn of Cadillac, really, wasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah. So I feel like he's obviously given the team quite a lot of time and patience over the last 3 years. And then as soon as they're half a season in and they've not got any points yet, he's gone. And I don't know if it's performance related as such.
Well, apparently the plan was always he was never going to stay there long term. But this feels worryingly short term.
It does. And they've replaced him already with Marcin Budkowski, who used to be the Alpine team principal.
I think you butchered
briefly.
both names there.
Did I?
Yeah. It's Loudon and Bukowski, isn't it?
Graham Loden, that's definitely how you say that.
I thought it was
He's
Loudon.
he's from the north of England.
He's a proper lad, is he, Jamie?
That's
you
why
reckon?
he was team principal at
Manor.
when they
Yep.
started, yeah.
He certainly
Which
was.
is their factory is about half an hour from where I grew up, so
Can we do a
There you
video, go around their factory? Is it still in use, actually?
I don't think it's still there. It could be. I don't know. I mean, we could do it.
We're going.
But yes, Marcin Budkowski is a Polish team principal, Formula 1 engineer. I saw a lot of excited Polish fans online saying
Yeah,
this thing's wrong with
Kubitz is
Kubica.
definitely coming back
It's gonna
immediately.
come back. So I mean, Cadillac like hiring an old F1 driver, so you never know.
Yeah, but they like hiring old F1 drivers that were fairly quick the last time they raced in F1.
Hey, Kubica
And
outscored
Perez,
George
I
Russell.
suppose.
Kubic's most recent foray in the full season. He beat his teammate.
Yeah, but
There you go.
he scored 1 point and got, 19 in 0 in qualifying.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think Bukowski did that well at Alpine. Obviously, in that era, every engineer under the sun was team principal at Alpine at one point.
Yeah.
So-
Is he the one as well that had the hilarious team photo towards the end of the year where he's got his middle finger?
Yeah, I think he was. He was 2021 to 2022 at Alpine. And at the
So
end of
who
the year,
did he replace and who replaced him again? Remind me.
I've no idea.
Was it Cyril Irritable
it-
before him?
It wasn't Cyril. No, Cyril went well before that.
Oh,
This is going to be too hard for me to work out.
such a
but-
just mess of TPs, isn't it? Damn
Oh
it.
yeah,
But then Cadillac are going to become that now. I mean, unless Graham Loudon's performance metric was entirely based on how often the cars catch fire. Because that,
Yeah, I
I
guess-
don't feel like I've seen so many cars catch fire in recent years. Cadillac must be making theirs out of cardboard or something.
yeah, and it is concerning. I remember Haas had something like this in 2016 when they first started, where the brakes just kept on failing. Like if you have one repeated failure that just stumps your car every race.
Well,
It's a bit of a
They've had a
losing
few
battle.
brake failures, didn't they? They had Perez's suspension just gave up in Monaco. Sorry, in Canada. Even,
Canada,
which is
wasn't
quite
it?
funny.
Yeah, and then the cars just keep catching fire. Like they retired both cars really early in Austria, was it? Because it was too hot, basically.
Yeah, and then
Which-
Belgium as well. I'm
yeah.
pretty certain one of them went out fairly early on, didn't they?
Yeah, it's not been fantastic, but it's not been absolutely awful. So
I think this is the bizarre thing, isn't it, with Cadillac? Nobody expected them to do much this year, and to be honest, they're unlucky to be behind Aston. I feel like had they got that point in Monaco, like it would be a very, very different. We'd be singing their praises now.
Well, if Perez could park his car properly,
well, exactly.
Then, yeah,
the fact it was something so obvious as that has potentially cost them P10 in the champion. It probably won't cost them P10 in the championship now.
No.
They're probably a little bit disappointed now Aston Martin have brought their upgrades. Because it has given them someone to fight.
Martin Budkowski, by the way, he did replace Squirrel Irritable.
Oh, there you go.
At Alpine. He was replaced by Otmar Zafenauer.
So I was bob on. I managed to decode the spider's web.
And then Bruno Faman came in.
Yep.
And then Ollie Oakes.
Yeah. And then nothing's ever heard about his criminal court case.
Didn't Ollie Oakes do something dodgy with Mazepin?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I mean. Nothing really has come from it so far.
Fair.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think he's still in hiding in Dubai or something, probably.
Fair enough.
Alexander Albon staying at Williams, Jamie. This one I think a lot of people were surprised by, but I really wasn't.
No, there's a lot of overreaction going on in Formula 1 at the moment because certain drivers are getting battered by their teammates on paper, but then if you actually dig into it, they're really not. Like, obviously, Sainz is having a stronger season than Albon. I'm not rising to that bait. But
in terms of the points, he is. But this is exactly my point.
In terms of points,
on
he is.
paper,
Yeah, but
it looks like he is. Yeah, I'm not trying to bait you there. I'm actually defending your driver.
No, there you go. But Albon's doing fine, and there's no need. Like, who on earth would Williams replace him with? That's the thing. They're not going to stick Luke Brown again or anything like that, are they?
No, Luke Brown is gone now for good. I mean, again,
I don't think he's ever here.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things where it's kind of dependent on Sainz, isn't it? But then again, apparently we could still be looking at Sainz, Colapinto, and Fernando Alonso doing some musical chairs.
Yeah, I also saw Sainz is just desperate to leave. So I saw briefly he was tapping up Audi, but I don't think that's going to happen because Bortoleto is going to stay and Hulkenberg's still got a contract. So I think Sainz is basically stuck.
Would you not risk getting rid of one of those two, though, to get Sainz in? I would say Sainz is a better driver than either of them.
I don't think it's a massive step up on that, like, either of them.
I think he is still better, though. Yeah.
He is better, yeah, but Sainz must be touching 30 by now. How old is he?
He's got to be... I would have thought he probably is 30, isn't he?
He's 31.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He's 32 in 2 weeks. Oh, he's finished.
Sorry, remind me again, how old's Hulkenberg?
It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday, Nico Hulkenberg, if you're watching.
I'm sure he is.
He's now 39.
So Hulkenberg... Sorry, Sainz is over the hill, but Hulkenberg with 7 years on him is still in his prime, is he? I suppose I can't say this as a Hamilton fan. Hulkenberg's
fair.
Yeah, old man now.
He's going to be 40 by the time he finishes in F1. I think last year is probably his last year. But
last year's probably his last year.
Next year is probably his last year. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, I don't think Sainz is going anywhere unless he was like that desperate that he chose Cadillac. But I don't see that happening.
No, I can't see him going Cadillac, to be honest. But I think Albon obviously staying at Williams. He's their most experienced driver ever now, which is kind of alarming to think about. The first ever Williams driver to stay for 100 Grand Prix, which I think says as much about longer F1 seasons now as it does as Frank Williams' inability to hold a contract for any period of time as well.
And the number of races on the calendar.
Williams needs some stability, don't they, at the moment still? So I don't think this is a bad move for either driver or team.
No, it's not at all.
Have we got anything else to go through, Jamie, before we do your quiz?
Do you think Antonio's going to win the championship?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you see anyone even putting up a fight in the second half of the season?
I mean, what you really need for anyone to put up a fight is, like, as a hypothetical here, Lewis wins this weekend, Antonelli retires. Lewis wins next time out as well, and suddenly the gap's like 18 points.
If Lewis wins at Monza, that would be sick. I actually wouldn't mind that.
I want to see a Lewis win at Monza. That would be glorious. I don't think it'll happen, but it would be glorious. Do you want your quiz then, Jamie? I'm going to give you a nice easy one today.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, it is the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend. You, sir, it's going to be an old classic quiz for you. I've just got to go in reverse order from last year back. Dutch Grand Prix winners.
I'm not. I mean, the first one in like the 80s, I'm just not going to get. So.
You should actually.
Right.
I know I would.
Can you tell me the years where it jumps to? when I get that, if I get that far.
Yes.
Last year was won by Oscar Piastri.
It was indeed.
His most recent win in Formula 1.
Which is kind of staggering to think about.
The win that apparently secured in the World Championship at the time.
Yeah,
but,
just to finish
we all
third.
know what happened next. The year before that, in 2024... Oh, dear. No, it was Lando.
It was indeed Lando Norris.
It was, because Max came second when he should not have done in a million years. And everyone was like, Norris can win the championship, and he didn't. So, 23, Verstappen. 22, Verstappen. 21, Verstappen.
Correct. You're up to 5.
What year was before that?
1985.
Great. This could be completely wrong. Niki Lauda.
Correct. I was going to give you a hint.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
The
it was Lauda's last ever win.
I know he won the championship that year, so that was all I went for.
Yeah, that was.
Then
that
was it
Lauda's
consecutive? Was it 84
win.
before that?
It was 84.
Oh my word! We've never got this far back on one of these winners things before.
Well, normally you get stumped by David Coulthard, but he never raced it.
Coulthard wasn't racing in 1984. 80s. Alain Prost.
Correct.
Really?
Yep.
83.
I'll be staggered if you get this one.
Oh, had he lost his legs by then? I think he had.
What a bizarre way to start.
82 was Keke Rosberg won the championship, and all the other drivers had major problems, like Didier Pironi, who's the one I was thinking of. But I don't think he came back in F1 at all after that. But 83, I will say Riccardo Patrese.
Oh, you had the right country. Oh no, did you have the right? Was he French?
He's Italian.
No, you didn't get the right country. I'm afraid.
He's French.
Sorry.
Is it Savere?
No.
No. French. Not Prost again.
No.
That's when
there were 3
Jabouille?
different French drivers that won this race in 3.
Rene Arnoux?
Yeah, Rene Arnoux.
Really?
Didier Pironi won 82 as well, so if you got that, you might have got 82.
I actually would. I might have got that. That's annoying.
French
81
domination of the
Fittipaldi.
early 80s. No, Prost again.
Oh, well,
Fittipaldi, I don't believe, ever won this race. No, he did
He
not.
won 3 world championships.
Yeah, he never won this race, though.
Wow, fair play.
Who knew? Who knew?
I'm genuinely quite pleased with how I did.
Yeah, you got 7. You got 7,
I got
and
back
probably
to
more impressively, you
1983.
went back over 40 years of F1 knowledge.
Exactly.
So that's the headline stat we'll look for there. Predictions, Jamie. I think that's our last thing we need to do today. What are the scores on the doors, sir?
Oh, I don't want to know.
I do.
You're on 40.
Yep.
And I'm on 31.
Oh,
But it's a sprint
there
weekend.
is 10
so
points. You could take the
10
lead this
points up for
weekend.
grabs. It is. I am going to go first because I'm losing.
Yep. As you have been pretty much all year.
Say sprint winner.
Go on, say Max
George Russell.
Verstappen. Be a fool. Oh, okay. He has had the most sprint wins this year still, George. He's had as many sprint wins as he had main race wins.
That's pretty poor, isn't it? I will say pole position. Do I just go fully on the Russell hype train? Yeah, why not? George Russell pole, George Russell win, Max Verstappen second. And for I could throw out Liam Lawson. No, I'm not going to do that. I will say Charles Leclerc.
So you're really calling for the Kimi Antonelli downfall now, are you?
No, I'm not. I don't want it to happen, but I want the season to be interesting.
You just think it's going to happen. I'm just going to quickly have a look. What's the weather doing?
Liam Lawson's never had an F1 podium, has he?
No.
So this could be the race for Liam Lawson.
Well, Hadjar got one here last year. So you never
I'd
know.
say Lawson probably has more of a chance driving the V-Carb.
Yeah, probably. It's they do reckon it's going to rain. There's a 40% chance of rain on Friday, a 25% chance of rain on Saturday. So not really going to happen.
Liam Lawson race win?
Yeah,
doing the right?
Could happen. No, I don't think so. I'm going to say Antonelli sprint win. I'm going to say Lando Norris pole.
Interesting.
Yeah. Lando Norris race victory. I'm going to say Russell P2 and Antonelli third. I'm going to be really boring.
That is a bit boring.
Yeah.
But there you go.
I'll take
it. That would both be a brand new podium combination, which is still the case that we have had that many different podium finishes.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a pretty wild season so far.
We forget we're on 5 different race winners in the last 5 races. So we think that's going to end.
Yep.
Both of us. I'd like to see Oscar Piastri.
I'd love to see a Piastri win. I wouldn't even, at this point, I wouldn't even mind too much seeing a Verstappen win either at this stage of the campaign.
You're neutral. I would absolutely love a Verstappen win. I would so get on the hype train. A Verstappen win and Anthony DNF, we're back.
You honestly reckon the title fight would be on, do you?
109 points. It's not many more than it was last year.
Yeah, but he didn't win it last year. And Antonelli's better than Lando or Oscar.
I don't think Antonelli at the moment is better than Lando.
Antonelli is different gravy, my friend. Just accept it. Did you see he was on one of the Grill the Grids recently? He was talking about Senna, his crash with Prost in '89. People were like, how does he know? Like, that was like 15 years before he was born. I was like, it's because he was there. He was there, man. He lived it.
But who doesn't know that? That's not hard.
Yeah, but a lot of the drivers didn't get the year right.
Come on. I feel like if you started watching F1 through DTS, you wouldn't know about that. But
yeah, but a lot of the drivers just don't know about the history of the sport. Weird.
No, but then you wouldn't. If it was your job, I wouldn't be that bothered.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell me when the NHS was founded.
1948.
Correct, actually. Fair play.
Is it actually?
Yep.
There you go.
I only remember it because my granddad was a week late when he was born. And he was exactly the week when the NHS started, which is a fun fact.
That is quite a fun fact. Fair play.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. F1 is back. We'll wait and see if Hadjar races.
Yep.
Let me read out that FPL code one more time if you're still listening.
I'll make sure I pop it in the video description.
It's B9HTFE. Done.
Nice. Formula E at the end. Right. Wonderful.
Formula E, exactly. Shout out Pascal Wehrlein.
Yeah. 2-time Formula E world champion. Fair play to him. Have we got anything else to add, good sir, or are we all wrapped up?
I think we smashed it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you all, as always, so much for listening. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, drop a follow, drop a sub, all that good stuff. Back next Monday, Jamie?
Should be.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hopefully, I guess we'll see you all there.